Hi everyone, my name is Ajay Wasserman and I am the founder of the Fio Group. Fio is a consultancy group with 10 divisions consulting entrepreneurs on various aspects of their business. Today we are talking to the head of the department, Kasper Brits from Fio Law, to hear more about what they do. So Kasper, tell us, what do you do for customers and entrepreneurs?
We assist entrepreneurs with all their contractual needs for their companies. This can be their POPI compliance, their risk compliance, and we also assist them to structure their companies and do trust registrations if they need it. And also we have, as part of the department, we can assist people with their deceased estates and also with their will drafting.
That's great. So what misconceptions does entrepreneurs have about legal services in their businesses?
What the big misconception is with many entrepreneurs in their businesses is they can wait and draft the contract later, and they can see an attorney later to assist them with their requirements. But what it's actually needed is that they need these contracts in place from the very beginning. So there is certainty with their staff and with their partners and with all their shareholders from the beginning. A wise man once said that a marriage can be grand, but a divorce can be 100 grand. So it's funny, but it's also true with partnership agreements and your shareholders agreements. So you want to have that certainty right from the beginning so that there is no fight at the end of the day. So if you have that evaluated and set in place right from the beginning, then you would in many cases avoid those problems.
I agree with you 100%. So would you say that it is expensive to put these contracts in place?
It is generally not that as expensive as people would expect, and especially if you compare this to what the cost would be if you don't have it in place and when in the case you do need that in place already.
So if you think of entrepreneurs in general, what is the legal aspects of their business that they have to address?
So in many cases, it's not required by law to have a contract for certain things in place. For certain things there are, like for employees, you need to have it on paper that there's an employment contract. That is to protect you for the case if the employee maybe goes on a later stage to CCMA, so that the burden of proof is much easier to satisfy and to just refer to a contract on certain disputes. If you didn't have that contract, you wouldn't be able to prove those things. Other contracts are not always legally required, such as your shareholders agreements and many other agreements, such as your service level agreements with your clients. And so these kind of contracts would protect you in a case where there is uncertainty, like I said. And these are the contracts which I would advise anyone to get right from the beginning. The other legal documents which I would advise an entrepreneur has in place is the succession planning for their shares as an entrepreneur or a director or partner of their business, to ensure that there is certainty when he passes away.
I agree with you 100%. We've seen it many times where entrepreneurs passed away and their businesses just dissolve into thin air because everybody needs to get other jobs. There's no succession planning on their business. So 100%, very important to have all of those contracts in place. So where can all of these entrepreneurs get in contact with you, Kasper?
They can just visit our website at fio.group, or they can email us at info@fio.group.
Thank you, Kasper, for meeting me today. Thanks for visiting. And then for more information like this, please follow us on YouTube and Facebook and look out for communication on other channels.